Have you ever noticed that pancakes taste nothing like the ingredients that make them? When all the individual parts come together, they form something a lot different. And this doesn't just apply to pancakes. Birds form interesting patterns. Ants become smarter when they're together, and traffic forms complicated systems. Coincidence? I think not. Each of these things by themselves is quite boring, but when you put them together, they behave in mind-blowing ways. This concept is known as emergence. We can further understand emergence by understanding its opposing concept, reductionism. Let's take an example of reductionism. Let's say I see a house built out of Legos. I can break down the house into its simpler components. Using reductionism, we can explain the complicated system in terms of the simpler system. The whole is directly equal to the sum of its parts. But on the other hand, emergence is when the whole is more than the sum of its parts. To test this, let's try to isolate an ant from its colony. Ant colonies can farm fungi, go foraging, and build complex structures, but we can't explain this complex behavior just by looking at that one ant. So, reductionism fails. And when reductionism fails, you know you're looking at emergence. Another fascinating quality about emergence is that it has layers. And at each layer, we see new and different properties. We can see that atoms have very different properties in cells, and cells have very different properties in humans. Let's take another example. Pure carbon arranged in one way can form graphite, which is on the top of our pencils, and arranged in another way can form diamonds. Graphite is soft and gray, while diamonds are hard and transparent. These new properties are known as emergent properties. Since you can't see them by just looking at one carbon atom, you have to look at many put together. Now let's look at the two different kinds of emergence, weak and strong. We already talked about weak emergence, which is when the whole is more than the sum of its parts. But strong emergence is when the whole is other than the sum of its parts. A whole being more than the sum of its parts is like a banana plus a banana plus a banana equals banana pudding. But the whole being other than the sum of its parts is like if a banana plus a banana plus a banana made strawberry jam. Strong emergence forms something completely new. And nobody, not even Sherlock Holmes, can predict how it came to be. Weak emergence is all around us. But where can we find strong emergence? One of the most popular examples is human consciousness. The neurons and chemicals of our brain give rise to something completely new and completely unpredictable. How do these chemicals make us learn and wonder and do art and do science and do politics and go to the moon and wage wars and write books and watch videos? How did a hot soup of particles at the beginning of our universe give rise to all of this? The answer is emergence.